So, the rationale behind this whole initiative is to take away or eliminate the negative feelings that students have towards math, learning in general. This is going to be a collaborative effort, and it is going to take the teachers, different coaches, and parents to get involved, which is why this initiative goes over different strategies and different ways of assessing the success of this initiative. We're hoping to get everybody involved because, after all, it takes a village to raise a child. And if that whole village is encouraging and providing a growth mindset and building that resiliency for each kid, I'm really hoping that we can be more successful. Now, my school community is actually a much smaller school in compared to many of the other ones in Surrey. It only has 10 divisions, and even those divisions have a smaller number of students. We have a lot of English language learners at our school, very diverse, but we also are right next to Barnston Island here in Surrey, and so we have a very, very high population of Aboriginal students. So getting them not only on board with education in general, but getting all of the students on board with positive mathematical thinking is going to be a very, very important initiative this year, especially going into COVID when everybody is kind of scared, everyone's nervous, and everyone's kind of convinced that they can't do it to begin with. So, who has to be involved in this? First off, to lead the initiative, I would like to work together with the other grade 6, 7 teacher. There's two of us, and we are going to create an agenda, create protocols, and we're going to create posters and events for the whole school to build this positive atmosphere within the school. Um, some of the events that we're going to be doing, I'll describe later. But to get the whole staff on board with it, we're hoping to have a professional development workshop and potentially just a staff meeting to get the perspective of the staff as well as the as well as figuring out how all the staff feel about the initiative and how we could make it successful. Me telling everyone what to do won't go over well. I want everyone's involvement. I want everyone's ideas put forth so that when we get into the initiative, we can all work on it together. So changing the perspective on mathematics, of course, that's going to take all the teachers, it's going to take the cooperation of the administration, and hopefully all the parents if they're available. So our goal, we want to improve the opinions about mathematics and reduce the anxiety that comes with it. So again, that end goal is really going to be making kids not fear math class. We don't want them to hate it. We want them to have fun. So we're going to do that by creating change leaders. So again, we're going to do that by doing it through the staff. The most important one is we're going to stop boring students. We're not going to be doing stand up and talk, chalk and talk lectures. We're not going to be doing like textbook work too much. Of course, all of that stuff kind of comes in with it. You do need to include some of that, but maybe 10, 20% of it. And we're hopefully going to bring change from the district. So what this means is we're going to actually go to the district level with some of these events, and maybe we can get more than one school involved. It'd be really great if we could get all of the schools that feed into our high school together so that the kids can meet each other before high school so that the anxiety from that transition isn't as bad. Um, but again, those kind of broader community events will depend on COVID. So our plan for implementation, we're going to start and we're going to collaborate. We're going to get together either at a Pro D Day or on a staff meeting, and we're going to get together and we're going to come up with a plan. Now, we're also going to come up with a praise program where we come up with a list of suggestions that teachers can use in their classroom, which eliminate over praising students. Because if you were there and you just go, good job, good job, good job, good job, you know what? It loses its meaning and students don't succeed as well. So we're going to come up with a school-wide language that we can use that won't overwhelm the students and that we can all use to kind of help our students figure out exactly what they're doing and how they're succeeding. From there, we're going to host some parent nights and we're going to teach them how that math can be fun at home. And so what this is going to look like is we're going to build games that the parents can play. We're going to have packages that we can send home with them so that they can take them home and play them at home. And we're going to show them what we do in class. Instead of saying, oh yes, we stand up and talk about this, we're going to show them, hey, this is how you explore the numbers on your own with certain kinds of games. Then we're going to create a list of games and events that can be done throughout the year to boost these math attitudes. And again, these games, I was thinking we could create a game library that potentially parents could sign out so that they can come into the school, they can try out these games, and then they can take it home and play it at home because it's too hard to make one of each game for every single family. But if we had a games library for mathematics, it would be great for the younger kids. For our finding, we're going to find what has worked well in the past. We're going to see what strategies have worked, and we're going to brainstorm